Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our channel, ESC Norway. My name is Amalia. I'm here with my colleague Heidi, and I am beyond excited to introduce our next guest. Please welcome Switzerland's representative for the Eurovision Song Contest this year, Gjon's Tears.
Hello.
Hello, Gjon. Welcome to our disco house. How are you?
Thank you. That's an amazing disco house. I'm fine, and you?
We're good. We're good. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us.
Thanks to you. It's a pleasure to be here.
I'm really excited to talk to you, Gjon. And to be quite honest, after I pulled the April Fool's joke on you, the first, I was like, when you sent the message back, you sent, "Oh, you really picked the wrong moment to make that joke," and I was like, "Oh, holy moly, shit! Bye interview."
No, never. No.
But then you said.
It's just that I wasn't ready at all. I was like, oh fuck, I'm late. Oh, they're like insulting and a really bad moment. And you're saying, "Hey, we can see you into the camera. You're live in Instagram." I was like, "What?" And I was like, and I was like calling my mom. "Hey, can you look at what Instagram if you see my face in live?" So like, it was, and at the same time I was late, so I was like, that's why I said it wasn't the the good moment. It was funny anyway.
Oh shit! I was like, okay, that interview is not going to happen. But then, of course, you sent the next message, and you said that you were sitting in your car, you were late for something, and you were talking to yourself. I'm really happy that you still came, and and I promise I will make it up to you today, because we have a little secret at the end of the interview. Which I think is going to be really fun. Yeah, I cannot reveal any more about it. Just yes.
You're making so much. Oh my god, you're making so much like woo.
We're gonna have so much fun.
What does your schedule look like these days? Is it hectic?
It's complicated. It looks like firework, like like every color in the Google Calendar, like it's now it's like a lot of interview now, more interview time, and I think then there are. I'm gonna have the staging rehearsals and those stuff maybe more later this month, and yeah, and then what happens next month. It's gonna be real.
Oh yeah.
Well, Gjon, let's go 1 year back in time. You were attending the Eurovision Song Contest with the song "Réponds de moi," my favorite that year. And then I think on the 18th of March, everything gets cancelled. So I'm wondering, how did you receive the news, and what was your immediate thoughts and reactions to that?
My immediate reaction was like, I wasn't believing the situation. I was like, that's not possible. So when my delegation told me it's canceled, I was like, no, you're kidding. I'm sure it's a joke. And I really realized that when I saw the show Eurovision Shine a Light on TV. And I was like, okay, normally I should have been there, but I'm here at home watching the Eurovision Shine a Light. So I was like, okay, it's not happening. And then it started to be so frustrating, because I was like, there is so much work putting in a song. So it was so hard to say goodbye to Répondez-moi, because I worked with other people on the song. Composition, production, video, live staging, all of this work for no concrete results. So that was kind of hard to handle it with it, and so I was kind of frustrated because, of course, also, I mean, when we had when we spoke with the delegation and they told me we want you back, I wasn't sure because, of course, 100% I really wanted to do that, but at the same time, my song was in the favorite, so to come with another song is another challenge. You have to, yeah, you never know, and you don't have like, for me, when they chose me for Répondez-moi, it was kind of weird because I didn't really realize that because the song was in French. There wasn't any French song for Switzerland since 10 years ago, um, and and it was from a Swiss German singer, and like a Swiss French singer. I think it's like 20 years or something like this. It didn't happen from the French part, and so it was kind of, yeah. It was like, for me it was impossible, and when they chose me, I was like, what? And also especially because I thought they were about to go at the same direction as with Lucas Henny. So I thought maybe they want a pop song, and I mean, I didn't do the song to make Eurovision because actually when we were at the writing camp, I didn't know it was a writing camp for Eurovision. The duet who was working with me told me after we composed the song that it was a camp for Eurovision, and I was like, okay. And they didn't tell me because they were afraid that because I had an experience with TV and The Voice, they thought that I wasn't about to accept that camp. So they said, okay, let's just invite him and we will tell him after. And actually, it was a good idea because it worked, even if I doubt a lot. Um, and that's why I applied the song. I applied Répondez-moi 1 hour before the Swiss deadline, and and
Wow.
so yeah.
Yes, it's been quite a surreal and tough year for the whole world. How has the situation in Switzerland been regarding the coronavirus, and how has it affected you?
Good question. The situation here, I think it's I'm pretty lucky because we don't have like an hour to go home, or we are not full lockdown. I mean, we are allowed to go out. It's just that the shops, some of the shops are closed. The restaurant, the bars are closed. The concerts are closed. The theater, cinema, everything in the culture, like the culture is dead here. I mean, I'm still feeling lucky because I'm not living in a crazy city in which I cannot go out because I have a time to come back home, and in a big city I will not have the forest I have here and the nature, the landscapes. So here it's like yeah, it's like I'm feeling pretty lucky to be here. But of course the situation cannot be like this forever because I mean I want to live from culture. So I mean I'm a musician, so without any concert, without how can I do that? So it's pretty hard, but I'm still feeling lucky.
So a little follow-up question to the since it didn't since the Eurovision Song Contest last year was cancelled, I guess you're happy about the possibility to go to Rotterdam this year.
Yeah, I mean, as I said, the frustration was so big that I really wanted to. I wanted to live the Eurovision experience because obviously I didn't live the Eurovision experience last year. I just released the song and a video, and that's a normal process for an artist. So what makes Eurovision different? It's the live. So I really, really wanted to go on Rotterdam stage, to live that live for real. So I really was frustrated. So that's why I wanted to come back this year. But the problem was that people had expectations and knew me. So it was different than just, they when they discovered Répondez-moi, they discovered me for the first time. Normally, I mean, maybe some of the French people have seen me in The Voice, but I mean, in the majority of the people would discover me last year with Répondez-moi. So when I arrived this year again, it was so hard because I was like, okay, I want to stay myself, and how can I surprise people? And I still want to have that innocence that I had for the writing camp that we did with Alios to make Répondez-moi, that I didn't know that it was for Eurovision, So I wanted to have that, but it was too hard because obviously I knew that it was me. So that's why it was a different process. We tried something else, and the Swiss delegation proposed me to do a lot of, really a lot of songs, and with a lot of different people, producers, writers, composers, and to see how it will work. And we did maybe around with both version English and French, around 18 songs in 1.5 months. So it was kind of crazy. So every week I was in a camp, once in Zurich, once in Edinburgh, once in Vienna, once in Zurich, back once, So it was really crazy. And actually, Tout l'univers, it's the first song of the first writing camp we did. And I really think that we had other good songs, but how can I say that? Because of the process wasn't so natural, because when you compose an album, you're not like, for me, it's not natural to make like 1.5 months. Okay, we need 2 songs per day. Okay, let's try. Okay, it's not like, when you have so many limits and so many pressure, it's not really natural. So I really have the feeling that because it was the really first one, we didn't have that pressure, because we said, I will have more time to do others. That's the first camp. Let's just try something, and we arrived to that something with Tout l'univers, and at the beginning it was a English song, Ground Zero, and we translated into French, and yeah.
Since you were one of the participants last year, Gjon, we already got to know a little bit about you then. For instance, I know that you chose your stage name, Gjon's Tears, from you singing an Elvis Presley song for your granddad. And I also saw in your press kit that you also used it or kept the name Tears as because of the sort of a metaphor, and that you want to move people with emotions. But I am very curious, what makes you emotional, and when was the last time you cried?
Wow. I think wow, that's a really strong question that I love. Good question. What makes me emotional? I think people and art. I know that's super big. That means a lot, and that means nothing at the same time. I really, when people ask me about my passion, I'm not saying now music, because music honestly became my work, and I'm not saying that music doesn't make me passionated, but it's just that it's not my passion anymore. It's my job, and it's not the same, because when you accept it as a job, you're not accepting just the fact that you're making music, but you're also you are also accepting the fact that you're accepting the business, and that was a bit hard for me, because I'm a little bit like oh, I love everyone. Everyone is cool, and I realized really soon, yeah, soon that it wasn't the case, and a lot of people are here from for interest, and you know. The problem is like one of the most important value for me is the sincerity. I mean, for me, the sincerity is the most important values. There's no more important values than sincerity. And all the time, for example, when I'm speaking with my friends, sometimes they're trying to be respectful in the way they're saying things to me, and I'm always like, no, I don't care. Just say what you have to say, because I want to know exactly what's happening. I want to know. I mean, when it's my friend, it's okay. I mean, it's of course we need to speak. We have to keep the forms and to speak with people in a correct way. But I'm because I mean the most important thing it's sincerity for me. That's the most important thing, and it's hard because in music that's not at all the most important value. People are more respectful, for example, than sincere. So they're like, hello, and they're speaking really well to you, and then behind your back they're like, oh, he's a really bad guy, and and you're like, but if you don't like me, don't come to me to speak with me, you know. And yeah, so I realized that it was and you know, you always have that image that music it's a hard word, but and I was completely okay with that because I knew that I was about to leave that, but I didn't expect that it was so so like this, so how can I say, yeah, not censored. And but still I'm so happy because I think it's in every word. I mean, in every type of works, you have people that are not cool and not censored. You just have to find the right people, and I'm super happy because I really found, yeah, the right people. I think, and especially my label, they are amazing. They are doing so much things for me, and also my friends, my musician friends are like have big hearts, and we help each other, and yeah, I it's always a pleasure to work with people that's like people that have the same values that you have.
But you still didn't answer. When did you last cry, John?
Oh, sorry. So yeah, you know, you have the question, that's me. So um, I think the last time I cried was when I saw so a movie. Because as I told you, when people ask me about my passion, I think my passion is movies. I love cinema. I mean, I have I have it here. I have a book in in uh, I write the directors, and I watch the movies, you know, of the directors I like, and I'm trying to get
Wow.
the most like biggest biggest list that I can.
So
And
is it a list with all the films that they have made, or is it like your
no,
review, or
no, that's the one I saw. And
ah?
yeah, every time I saw a movie, I'm writing to that book, so I know which movies I saw, and yeah, so and I'm trying to like for example Xavier Dolan. I'm trying to write the main character's name, so I also remember the names of the people who are playing in the movies. You
So
know,
cool.
no, I love movies.
I
Honestly,
would call that a passion.
That's a passion.
that's
That's a
yeah.
passion.
So you spoke a little bit about the process making Tool Univers is earlier, and so you told us about the process. But why was it exactly that song that was chosen to be this year's Eurovision entry for you?
Um, I think it's because what I liked with this song is the fact that we didn't really know each other, Walter Hardy, Nina Sempermans, and me. And I was so fascinated by the fact that they understood me so well and so much in that short amount of time. I mean, we met at I think at 9:30 a.m. when we were having breakfast, and the song was finished. I mean, the first version was finished, I think at 12 or something like this, and I was like, but like it was so quick and so. Yeah, it was like they understood me completely, and because I gave them influence, my inspirations, artists that I like, songs that I like, and why I like those artists and why I like the songs, giving a detailed explanation, and they really completely understood me, like, and that's was something that it really kept me directly. I mean, we have a video. I think maybe it's gonna be released in a Swiss documentary or something like this. But I have, I think we have it, the video in which I listened to the first finished version of the song, and what happens that the thing we did that was a bad idea was that we did a double camp. So in once there were two teams working, and I was once here, once here, once here, once here, and so I first gave my intention, some of melodies, and some of what I wanted to Walter and Ina, and I went to work first with Alios, because I worked with them last year, and so after maybe 1 hour we worked together, and then I went to Walter and Hardy and Ina, sorry, and when I listening to the version they did, I was like, but I asked them 1,000 times, but how is it possible? Or did you really started the song today, or because I cannot rely, I cannot, it's not possible, like, to be so precise in a so short amount of time, and so we changed then some of the things that I didn't want into the melody, and we had like our final version. I ended also the song differently. I changed the pre-chorus, and I mean I changed several things, and but still they had like still a crazy version, and almost like for me it was a final version. It could be a final version, and I was so impressed of that I remember that I was like, okay, it's definitely gonna be this song.
But I think it's very fitting to take it. We have asked some of your Norwegian fans to send in a few questions, and I know we should or we plan to save it for the end, Heidi. But I think it's very fitting to take one of them now. It's let me see. I've written it down. Stein Dølmo. He is wondering, which song do you prefer, this year's entry or
Oh, that's a hard question, because, like, it's always special. I really think that this year is different, because I mean I like both songs at the same intensity, because they are representing me in different way, but just different me. And it's just that I couldn't sing this year Répondez-moi, because Mika, when I was in The Voice, Mika told me something that was really intense and intelligent. He told me that 1 year of music is 7 real year, because things are going so fast that you can compare it to like a horse or a dog life, so when you have that year, when you have like that Répondez-moi. I mean, Répondez-moi, we did 36 version of Répondez-moi. We worked so much on the song. I mean, I think it's just my problem, because I'm a perfectionist. So again, when we worked with Tout l'univers, we recorded 96 times the whole song, because I really wanted to have the take. And for me, it was really important to have like, and the first verse 96, and then the chorus 94, and then 92 the other. So I did like more than hundreds version of the recording, because I really believe that. I mean, I really believe in discipline, and I wanted to work a lot on into this song. It's just that Répondez-moi. Uh, I worked it so much on the song. I released it. I heard it so much that I couldn't sing the song this year. You know, that's why I think also Tout l'univers represent me more today. But I mean, if you asking me now about which song I would love to sing now, it will be Tout l'univers. But if you're asking the same question last year, and if I had both songs, I would say Répondez-moi, because it's me, how I am at the moment, and now Tout l'univers, it's how I am now.
I have to say, John, that last year, after the cancellation of Eurovision, the Norwegian broadcaster here in Norway, they made their own show on TV where they were finding their own winner. So they took like the 10 best songs of last year, and they were going to crown the winner. And and I remember they reached out to me and asked if I wanted to introduce one of the songs. And at the time, I hadn't been able to hear through all of the songs yet. So I sat down and I listened through all of them. And then I came to your song and I was like, it's very rare that I manage to connect with a song in a foreign language. Because I'm very I'm really into lyrics. I love lyrics, and I didn't understand anything. But what occurred to me when I listened to Répondez-moi was that okay, I don't understand anything, but at the same time I understand everything. It was like you have a very unique way of connecting through emotions. I just had to say that because I was so blown away by that song, and I mean when you were coming back this year with a new song, I was like, I was so nervous because oh my God, is he gonna pull it off again? Like how can you top Répondez-moi? And then you released that song, and I was like, okay, he could.
Thank you. Thank you. No, it's a really good compliment, and thank you for this. I don't know if you know that, but since I'm a kid, my dream is to come to Norway. Like for real.
It was one of the next questions.
Oh,
we saw on your Instagram that you talked about Norway.
yeah, and it's weird, but all the time I had the possibilities to come to Norway, I never accepted because I really want to go to Norway when I will be ready to completely and fully enjoy Norway.
But why Norway?
I mean, maybe also because when I was really young, my grandfather told me about Norway because he was fishing there. He once first he worked on the in Albania as a ambassador or something like this, and then he left. He went to because the state changed the system, politics system, and all those stuff. So he went first working in Algeria.
Yes.
And then he went to Norway. And he wanted to fish, and he told me it was an amazing experience, and that it was so beautiful. I think he stayed there for 2 years, something like this, and he worked on a boat. And he told me that it was so it was a crazy experience. And then also maybe I was interested about that country, and that's why I also Googled Norway, and I saw those beautiful red houses, the northern lights, I mean all of the cliche of Norway, and I was like, okay, yeah. I need to go there.
And the mountains, the fjords, the trolls.
Beautiful. And also, there are I don't know if it's, I mean, I'm gonna look like really stupid with this question, but I just don't have you like six? No, you're not having 6 months of nights or something like this?
What, 6 months of what?
6 months of nights.
Oh yes, you're talking about in the northern part of
Yeah,
Norway. Yes, it's
and
in the summertime it never gets dark, and in the winter it's like just a few hours of
exactly.
night. Yeah,
Yeah, and that's something that impressed me so much, and that's not something that scares me at all because I know some people are like, oh, I would never live in a place that there is dark all the time, and that's something I really would love to experience. So maybe there are all of those little things that made me think that I would be really happy in Norway.
yeah, it's a really beautiful country, so we highly recommend it.
But the thing is just that I have the feeling first I have to go a bit around the other place, and then no way.
Well, do you have Googled any specific towns or any places you want to go to the northern part?
No, I think I think I would love to see the whole Norway. No, I didn't Google the specified place because I think my grandfather was uh, he wasn't so far from Oslo, I think.
Yeah.
But is Oslo? No, is it close to the ocean?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's in the end of a fjord. Not
Okay, so maybe
not the pretty fjords. This is just an average fjord.
okay, okay, okay.
Oh my god!
So yeah, I think he wasn't so far from Oslo, and
Yes.
Yeah, he told me this maybe, oh my god, maybe 12 years ago. I don't know how can I remember. And yeah, I mean, it's just that he was telling me like all what happens with starry eyes. I know how to say that, like, and that's why I think I really wanted also to to visit that place. But it's just that, as I said, it looks like I need to go there when it's gonna be like it's gonna be an achievement. So I need to first go have fun in the other places and then to focus on Norway.
I can
Uh,
actually ask because your new music video, there are many landscape clips. Is that from Switzerland?
we have some drone plans from um, Switzerland, Ireland, and
Yeah.
I think Iceland too.
Oh,
Yeah,
Iceland is so beautiful.
I don't remember exactly the places because, of course, I wasn't there to shoot. And they told me, but you know, it was done so fastly because we had a problem with the video, and so I wasn't, to be honest, I wasn't so into knowing exactly where the drone plans were from, because as I said, normally. I mean, we lost 1 week before the releasing 70% of the video, so we had to find a solution in a really short amount of time. So I think it's I think it's I'm sure Switzerland, but then I'm not sure if it was exactly Iceland. And there are three countries. I don't know if it's Ireland, Iceland, and England. One of those is isn't in the list.
I was wondering, can we hear you sing a little bit of Sol Univers? Can you give
Oh
us
my
a
god.
little sneak peek?
Let's try. Let's just wait. Okay. You have not so many echoes. Is it okay? Can you hear it like well
Yes,
now?
yes.
Yes.
Okay.
So cool.
My God.
Amazing.
I wasn't really ready for this, so
That was so beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you so
with
much.
piano. Fantastic. Wow. That was lovely.
thank you.
Speaking about that song, Gjon, what can we expect from you in Eurovision?
Good question.
I know that you cannot reveal so much, but
yeah. Surprise. I trust, just trust Sacha Jean-Baptiste as I trust her, and I really hope you will like the performance.
have you seen some sneak peeks of how the staging will be, and will we see some elements from will you take elements from the video? Digging after information.
Actually, we did we had to do a live on tape version.
Yeah.
So we had to do because for a question of time, we had to do the live on tape before the video. So if we do exactly the same as we did in the live on tape, I'm not gonna have like elements from the video because otherwise.
Oh, the connection.
I was just telling that so we did the live on tape before the video, so it was pretty hard to have elements of the video. But now because I spoke with Sasha again, we are not exactly sure about how to do what we have to do. I'm not sure if we could or if we will add some elements from the video, but still it's a question. But as you can understand, we did the live on tape before the video, so we couldn't have information from video. So yeah.
I read your press kit, Gjon, and I saw that you're very interested in music and you've been studying several cool genres.
Yeah.
And I saw that yodeling was one of them.
Yeah, I mean,
you know what the question is now.
I mean, I love to understand voices and to understand how you can have different sounds, and when you have like Balkanic sounds, you have something really, really, you have your voice and it's like this, it's like really closed, everything is closed, and you have like crazy sound like like it's so strong. That's why I love the Mysterian of Bulgarian voices. It's like it's voices that are so it's not aggressive, but like in the front, so like they hurt you, so they are like, and it's I mean, for me, my reaction is like it's like a weapon here, like directly, and it touched me a lot because it's like it's also the voice has, it sounds like there is a story behind the voice, so that's why I love Balkanian music and that those voices, like the Bulgarian voices, but also yodel. I mean, it's not that I love yodel, but it's just that it's always interests me to understand how you can jump from the registers from one to the other, like so you have real yodel, like yodel 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 yodel, but you have also like you can mix it, like there was that video with that little boy from Walmart, like that and it's the same process. It's just like you jump from a register to another. You can. I don't remember. I don't know the song, but if you do like just to see the register, you can act like oh no, oh no, no, oh, hey, 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 hey. You have this, and it's funny to understand all those voices and why are like this. And I used to also be a huge fan of the Indian voices, but still I cannot do that because it's so hard. But the accents are so like there's the notes are like you don't have like ta ta ta, you have that's the notes, and you're like what the like there are so many effects on the voice it's so impressive, and I think I would love to have an Indian way of singing lesson. I would love to have that, a master class.
Gjon, as we talked about earlier, you have studied a lot of different genres in music. And we saw that your dream country to travel to is Norway. So we're going to prepare you a little bit for your Norwegian trip. And I saw when all the different genres that you have been studying, there was actually one missing, and that was, of course, the Norwegian joik. So joining us now is someone who is going to have a quick joik lesson with us.
No way.
He
So
was
funny.
part of the Hello, Fred. Part of the
Hello.
Hi, guys. Hi.
Hey.
How are you today?
Oh, fine, and you? So cool.
Yeah, great. Beautiful weather here in Norway right now, so I can't complain.
Have you been running home, Fred?
Yes, actually, yeah.
Oh, that's so
cool. Oh, I'm super excited for that small lesson.
Fred, thank you so much for coming. This is so much fun. So you're gonna teach us a little bit joik today. But before we start a little quick lesson, maybe you can tell us what is joik?
Joik, it's a traditional way of singing that the Samis have been using for over 1,000 years. And it's Europe's oldest vocal tradition, actually. And it's like chanting in America, like the Indians use, but it's really not that. And you don't have to use words. You can just use your voice. And I know you very good, I could make you a joik. And
Cool.
I can make a joik to my dog, and I can make a joik to the place I'm from, and I can joik to nature. So,
Is it the joik? Is it like the way you also have to call the way you call the nature in Norway or something like? I know there is like you can sing into the landscapes and you hear the voice coming back to you as an echo, like something like this.
Did you watch the Frozen movie?
No, but it's something I saw once in a documentary, so I don't know if it's a legend or.
No, actually, you can do it with joik as well.
Okay,
but I think you mean stev, and that is a traditional Norwegian way of singing.
If you were going to make the feelings that you have right now, Fred, what kind of joik would it be?
The sun is back and it's getting warmer, so it has to be a very happy joik, I think. So let's see. I just have to feel the joik in the room. Hello, inna hello, hona hello, inna no, inna hello, hona hello, inna no, wa. Hello, inna hello, elo, inna hello, hona hello, inna hello, inna no.
Wow!
Wow! So cool.
Okay, now your next job.
No. Like no. That's crazy.
I can make the beats and you can joik.
Oh no! You have to Wait. You have to explain me a bit. Like how can you how can you jump? I mean, it sounds so like so many different sounds. It's not like it looks so complex, like so many things
Yeah,
in that way of
know
singing.
what. I don't really know what I do, but I just grew up with it, and it's we're natural for me just to do it.
My God.
But it wasn't for until 3 years ago. That was the first time I yoiked in public, and that was actually the Norwegian Melodi Grand Prix final here in Oslo. So that was the first time I yoiked. I have grown up with it, and I know how it sounds, but I had never done it on stage before.
Wow. So like you did it for the first time at Melody Grand Prix Festival?
Yeah, in 2019, and you can really hear that I am super nervous when I stand there because it's in the
Can
middle of the song
imagine.
and it's very stripped down, and you just have to yoik alone to the whole public and whole Norway. It was awesome.
I am
Oh
so
my
glad you found each other, Fred, because you and Alexandra and Tom Hugo, you were put together specifically for Melodi Grand Prix, right?
Yeah, we put together ourselves.
The matter is in your own hands.
Yeah. No,
I'm
Tom
really
wanted to work with a Sami songwriter, and he called me and asked me if I wanted to win Melodi Grand Prix, and of course, yes.
Okay.
And Alexandra joined later on.
Ah, cool.
So we
Really
are
cool.
having a really good time, and we work so good together, and it's just a dream to work with these guys.
Yeah, I love it. And I remember we actually played at the same festival 2 years ago. But I played much earlier than you guys, so we got to see your whole performance, and it was just amazing. And I love Kaino. And you're releasing a new single very soon, in 4 days.
Yes, Friday. Yeah.
So excited.
We are gonna canify another, folkish pop song that people know, "Driver's License." So
Yes,
I hope
yes.
it will be a banger. I like it.
So cool.
I'm excited to hear.
Can you say again the name of the way you sing? The
The
word?
traditional way of singing.
The name was the
Yoik?
yoik, yeah. And like,
Yeah, yoik.
do you also sing in a different way, or you are the specialist of yoik?
I am the specialist of yoik in Norway. I define the yoik. No, of course not. There are several ways of yoiking, and the way I yoik is the northern Sami way of yoiking. And we have the southern Samis, and the tones are much longer in the southern Sami way of yoiking. And we have the Samis in the east, like in Russia and Finland, and they have their way of yoiking.
Oh,
So I use some words in my yoik, I do, but it's all about the yoik,
nice.
just the sound. Yeah.
Cool.
So is it?
That's
Do
great.
you think it's hard to learn, Fred?
You can't simulate yoik. You have to understand what the yoik is. So you have to grow up with the yoik, or to know people that know the yoik very good. You can't really hear if someone's tried to simulate the yoik, but it has to come from the heart.
So will we hear you yoik one time, John, when you come to Norway?
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course. I would love
If you
to
come
learn.
to Norway, I promise you, I can make you a yoik.
Oh my God. Okay, nice.
But
So I will
but you
plan
know-
it on my schedule to come to Norway now.
Next flight to Norway.
But to get that yoik, you have to join as well to yoik.
Oh, okay.
Yeah?
You mean now?
No, not now. But when we meet,
no. Yeah.
when I make you a yoik, and then you have to join.
Okay, you mean a duet? A yoik duet?
That would be so nice.
That's crazy.
Oh,
That's
We're
crazy.
so making a
let's-
follow-up interview for this.
Let's yoik and roll.
So cool.
I know that you didn't have a lot of time, Fred, but I am so thankful that you stopped by. And I cannot wait to see you yoik together in the future. I mean, we're for sure making a follow-up for this.
Nice.
We're making a
thank you.
documentary about that.
Nice. Nice. Thank you for the interview, and thank you for being here. That was so cool. Like for the yoiking, I just need to now. I'm gonna Google yoke, and I'm gonna see the whole story of yoking.
And listen to a lot of Kano songs. There, maybe you can learn
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay, guys.
Thank you so much for stopping by,
Thank you.
Fred.
Thanks for having me.
And I look forward to hear the new song in next Friday, right? This coming Friday.
Yeah.
Yes. Good luck, and thank you.
Thank you for having me, and good luck to you. Is it Gjon?
Gjon, yeah.
Yeah.
Gjon.
Yeah. Okay. Nice talking to you guys.
Nice
Thank
talking to
you. Bye.
Bye.
So what a crazy surprise.
Well, I think we definitely have run out of time.
But that was cool.
We wish you the best of luck in Rotterdam. I
Thank
think
you.
it's no secret, but my 12 points.
Thank
Go
you.
see you, Gjon.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thank you for your support. And I hope the people will like this interview. That was a crazy interview. And yeah, that's cool.
Good luck, and we'll speak again soon. We're having a follow-up to do with you and Fred Buljo from Kaino. So
Nice.
yes, okay.
This will be Fred's tears then.
And I hope I will be there pretty soon in Norway. So I will enjoy the landscapes and Norway.
Yes.
Welcome.
and the yoik.
Yes.
Nice.
Fantastic, Gjon. Have a really nice evening, and thank you for talking to us. And the very
Thank
best in
you.
Rotterdam.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.